Welcome to a land where the drumbeats of military parades drown out the whispers of the oppressed, where nuclear threats are as common as morning coffee elsewhere in the world. And it all makes sense because this country is like a prison. This isn't just another nation. This is North Korea.
North Korea.
Imagine living in a place where the government watches everything you do and where people aren't free to say what they think. That's what life is like for many people in North Korea. And today, we're going to take a closer look. Want to know how North Korea keeps its power, from big military shows to how it deals with other countries, and why it's included among the world's 10 most dangerous and powerful military forces, and even how people live day by day under such tough rules. We're going to show you what's really going on in this secretive country, the reality, and its hidden truths that makes it more interesting. North Korea is no laughing matter. It's a serious and scary place. It's one of the most closed-off countries in the world, where secrets and strict rules control everything, making it one of the most daunting and depressing territories on the planet. This is roughly the size of Mississippi, and officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, is a land full of secrets. It covers about 120,540 square kilometers and is home to 25 million people. Here, everything is controlled by one man, Jong-un, the supreme leader. It's a place where the government decides everything, from what you can say to how you make a living, making it one of the most tightly run countries in the world. Under Kim Il-sung's rule from 1948 to 1987, North Korea turned into a terrifying dictatorship. People's lives were tightly controlled, and information about the authorities' horrors was scarce. Even so, brave defectors and analysts uncovered a disturbing truth: countless lives lost, with estimates ranging from 0.7 million to over 3.5 million. These shocking figures demand that the government must be held accountable for its terrible violations of human rights. Are you aware of that? North Korea boasts one of the biggest armies in the world, 1.28 million active soldiers. That's almost 5% of its entire population. Plus, there are another 600,000 in reserve. Serving in the military here isn't just common. It's expected and can last for over 10 years. Along the tense border with South Korea, known as the Korean Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, is one of the most militarized in the world. According to the State Department, stretches a 248-kilometer-long heavily fortified area. It's packed with fences, landmines, and watchtowers, a beginning alert of the ongoing standoff between the North and South since the end of the Korean War in 1953. Restrictions on movement both within the country and across its borders are strictly enforced. North Koreans require permits for internal travel and are generally forbidden from traveling abroad. Attempts to defect, particularly to South Korea, are punishable by imprisonment or death. Now you all must be thinking about how North Korea has such large armies instead of not being economically stable. So here is your answer. The North Korean economy is one of the least free in the world, with an estimated GDP of about $28 billion. The economy is mainly based on government-run industries such as military equipment, mining, and textiles. Instead of facing heavy international sanctions that limit its ability to trade, especially in weapons and nuclear technology, North Korea spends a huge portion of its budget on the military. This spending is estimated to be between 24% of its GDP each year, highlighting the government's emphasis on military strength over improving the economy. This choice basically highlights a place where the military might be seen as more important than everyday needs. Know the threat? It's North Korea's nuclear growth. Since 2006, North Korea has been steadily dialing up the tension on the global stage, conducting a series of nuclear detonations that showcase its growing prowess in nuclear technology. The saga began with a modest blast in October 2006, which barely registered less than 1 kiloton. However, this was just the opening act. Over the years, through a series of tests in 2009, 2013, 2 in 2016, and a dramatic crescendo in September 2017, North Korea demonstrated its rapidly advancing capabilities. The 2017 test was a seismic event in more ways than one, presenting a vast 250 kilotons yield, an unmistakable statement of arrival on the nuclear stage, complementing its nuclear ambitions. North Korea displays a formidable array of ballistic missiles, from the short-range Scud, capable of striking regional adversaries, to the medium-range Nodong and the intercontinental Hwasong-15, believed to potentially reach as far as the continental United States. This collection of weapons shows that North Korea is serious about strengthening its military, but also increases worry around the world. It paints a picture of a country trying to earn respect and protect itself by showing off its military power. Now, let's briefly discuss the human cost of North Korea's policies. Amid these military developments, the physical stature of North Koreans has reportedly been affected by years of malnutrition, most tragically during the mid-1990s, when a famine reportedly caused the death of hundreds of thousands of people. Records suggest that adult males in North Korea have an average height of approximately 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters, which is about 3 to 8 inches shorter than their counterparts in South Korea. This reflects broader public health challenges faced by the population due to limited resources and economic hardships. People out there also face the digital isolation, in which the internet access in North Korea is highly restricted, with only a small elite and government officials having access to the global internet. The vast majority of the population only has access to a domestic internet system called Kwangmyong, which provides content strictly controlled by the government. Here, the government controls all media, ensuring that newspapers, television, and radio broadcasts only promote government policies and laud its leadership. Educational materials and public information campaigns are similarly tailored to reinforce loyalty to Kim Jong-un and the Workers' Party. This omnipresent propaganda is a key tool in maintaining the system's grip on power and shaping public perception. International human rights organizations estimate that up to 120,000 people are currently detained in its vast network of labor camps, officially known as Kwanliso. These all are notorious for harsh conditions, forced labor, and brutal treatment, including executions. The tents are designed to both punish perceived dissidents and their families, and to serve as a clear deterrent to others. North Korea is a constant source of tension. From cyber threats to economic hardships, the challenges are ongoing. It has developed advanced skills in cyber warfare, allowing it to carry out significant cyber attacks against other countries and companies. These include major incidents like the hacking of Sony Pictures in 2014 and the widespread WannaCry ransomware attack in 2017, which affected hundreds of thousands of computers across 150 countries. These cyber activities help North Korea earn money through crimes like bank fraud and stealing cryptocurrency. Militarily, North Korea is still in a tense situation with South Korea and the US. The armistice signed in 1953 ended fighting in the Korean War, but didn't establish peace, leaving the peninsula in a situation of technical war. This ongoing tension is highlighted by events like the 2010 shelling of Yeonpyeong Island and the sinking of the South Korean warship Cheonan. Economically, North Korea faces tough international sanctions from the UN, US, EU, and other nations that target its main exports such as coal, textiles, and seafood, and restrict its access to global banking. These boycotts have heavily damaged North Korea's economy, causing shortages and a big drop in the money it earns from exports. Thus, North Korea is like a tricky puzzle. It needs smart solutions and teamwork from many countries. They have secret nuclear weapons and treat people badly. To fix this, we need to talk nicely and get everyone on board. It's like a big team game with a twist. Let's remember that knowledge is power, and by staying informed, we empower ourselves to make a difference. But before we wrap up, any questions about what we've covered, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed and engaged. Thanks for watching.